Once again, the Upper Merion cheerleaders on your screen. And the Vikings have their work cut out for them if they want to make this ball game close in the fourth quarter. Norristown simply has to play consistent basketball, and this victory is assured. That would up the Eagle record to 4-1 this season. Already the Norristown squad with victories over Bishop Kenrick, Plymouth White Marsh, and Chester High Schools. Their sole loss coming to CB East earlier this season. Upper Merion, should they eventually lose this ball game, will drop their record to 1-3. Of course, none of these games for either club have been league contests. That will start in just a short while. Upper Merion, as you know, in the Suburban 1 League. That was an inadvertent buzzer. The officials will start the clock again. We've got some problems with the timing. Now we're ready to play. As I was saying, Upper Merion in the Suburban 1 League American Division, Norristown in the Suburban 1 League National Division. Foul call on number 4, Ken Cool, a freshman for the Norristown squad. Cool has just entered the ball game at the guard slot, pardon me. He's called for a personal foul. Spearman, way outside, won't go. Theron Ellis towers for the rebound. Ellis inside, goes way up high, won't go, tap won't go. Viking basketball as Irv Smith, trying to fight for that rebound, knocks the ball out. Another substitution. Now coming in, number 15 for Norristown, Rich Matthews. Irv Smith leaves the ball game, I'm sure, for the last time. He finishes this evening with 13 points. We won't see Irv unless something drastic happens in this ball game, I'm sure. Eagles with a 19-point lead, 7 minutes to play in the contest. Clark moves for a shot. He's fouled by number 15, Matthews, who just entered the ball game. Clark at the line, shooting 2, makes the first. He leads Upper Merion scorers this evening with 7 points. Doesn't make the second one, however. Forrest Davis comes away with the rebound for Norristown. Gaston, good defensive pressure. Doesn't come away with the ball, however, as Forrest Davis is able to dish off to Ken Cool. Norristown's passing a bit errant there. They try and force the ball inside, and Upper Merion comes away with the ball again. 6:35 to go in this fourth quarter. Eagles up 42-24. Sillo open. Passes down low to Washington, nothing there. Theron Ellis way up. No foul, no basket. Upper Merion comes away with it. Looked like that should have been over and back also. Against Norristown, no call made, no damage done as Upper Merion comes away with it. It'll be a kick ball against Ken Cool as Bob Clark tries to force the ball inside. Cool stops it. Upper Merion ball from the far side. If you joined us late, the starting Upper Merion center, Ed Helensky, their leading point scorer this season, left the ball game with 2:52. Shot blocked that time as Spearman came inside. Left the game with 2:52 remaining in the second quarter. With a serious injury, he was escorted from the gymnasium by the West Norton ambulance squad and taken to a local hospital for examination. Not quite sure exactly what the injury was, but obviously it was serious in nature. We wish Ed Helensky all the best in his recovery. Nice shot by number 5, Darwin Smith. His first hoop of the night. Give him 2 and the Eagles 44 as they push their lead to 20 points. This now their biggest advantage of the evening with 5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Down low. Sillo that time looking for something on the baseline. Nothing there, however. And Sillo is fouled by number 5, Darwin Smith. Sillo at the line, shooting 2. Not even close. That was a brick off the side of the rim. Second shot, long as well. So Sillo 0 for 2 at the line. Ken Cool has the ball stripped away, gets it back, however. Being pressured by Bob Clark. Forrest Davis wants Ken Cool to come back outside. The only starter remaining is number 14, Theron Ellis, in the middle. They knock the ball away. It'll be Norristown ball as Dave Sillo kicks the ball out of bounds with 4:28 remaining. Eagle advantage, 20 points. Steal by Bob Clark. He's got Gasson. Gasson with a layup. Won't go. Spearman with the rebound. Spearman with the follow. And the basket's good. That time, a nice follow by Caro Spearman. Gasson couldn't make the shot. Bob Clark steals the inbounds pass and misses the layup. Ken Cool slows things down for Norristown, brings the ball back to Forrest Davis. Norristown getting sloppy here in this fourth quarter. As I mentioned, the only starter remaining is Theron Ellis, number 14. Darwin Smith from the outside won't go. Upper Merion can't decide on the rebound. It goes to Ken Cool. Ken Cool with a smooth jumper from the free throw line. Once again, folks, I want to remind you, Ken Cool is a freshman starting for the Norristown High varsity squad. 3:33 to play. The Eagle advantage 46-26. Spearman is fouled by number 15, Rich Matthews. He'll go to the line for 2. Into the ball game, number 20, Ken Fulmer, as number 5, Darwin Smith takes a seat on the bench. From the response that Ken Fulmer just received, it's obvious he's a student favorite of the Norristown High student body. Spearman makes the first one. It's good for 1. Spearman, a left-handed shooter, makes both. Timeout as number 51, Matt Brady re-enters the ballgame, and Spearman takes a seat on the bench. Coach Tony Funston wants to have a word with him. Norristown, 46-28, they're ahead. Fulmer looks for help, drives the basket. Shot won't go. He had it. Couldn't get the right touch off the glass, however. That's a travel. Turned the ball over. Number 11, Brad Gasson, problems ball handling. Upper Merion will have a half press. Norristown beats it easily. They come back outside to Forrest Davis, set up their offense. As we hit the 3-minute mark remaining in the game, they go down low to Matthews. He gets it back somehow. Won't go. Fulmer with the rebound. Basket's no good off the glass, but Fulmer will go to the line, shooting 2. Substitution for Norristown. Number 12, Robert Jacobs comes in. Theron Ellis leaves the ball game. Theron finishes with 5 points and a fine defensive performance. So, Coach John Cresswell now emptying his bench in this ball game. Fulmer misses the first attempt. Nothing but net for Ken Fulmer as he's into the record books this evening. Credit him with 1 point. Norristown ahead 47-28. 2:50 left to play in this ball game. Matt Brady with the ball. Back outside to Clark. Clark spins on Cool. Has the ball blocked by Fulmer. Fulmer's going to be called for the foul. Bob Clark makes his 8th point of the ball game. 47-29. Eagles way out in front. Clark makes them both. 9 points in the game for him. Doing a great deal of the scoring for Upper Merion. Fulmer with the ball across the midcourt line. Waits for his guards, finds Ken Cool. Almost a steal by Gasson. There it is. Cool not watching behind him. Bob Clark with a nice move. Pulls up, won't go. Gasson fights for the rebound. It'll be Norristown possession. Bob Clark trying to take charge out there for the Vikings. Doing a good job, but I don't think it's going to be enough here this evening, as Norristown is going to coast to a victory. John Cresswell sits there unworried. Good pass to Matthews. Give credit to Ken Fulmer there. Nice zap inside to Rich Matthews as Matthews scores a bucket. And Norristown about ready to crack the 50-point barrier. They're ahead 49-30 with 1:55 to play in the ball game. Brady looks for help, nowhere to go. Nice move that time by Rod Washington. He puts the shot off the glass, it doesn't go, but he's fouled on the play. Another substitution, number 32, Desmond Savior comes into the game. He replaces Forrest Davis, who is John Cresswell's guard off the bench. And also an outstanding running back for head coach Roger Grove on the Norristown High School football team, for those of you who follow the Eagles on the gridiron. Washington having his problems from the free throw line this evening, misses another one. The time is 1:47. Washington makes that one, however. So 31 points for the Vikings. Jacobs looks for Cool. Cool with a nice move. Sets up. Ball's tapped from behind. Bob Clark doesn't think he committed a foul, but the official does. And Cool will go to the line shooting 2 with 1:31 to play in this game. Cool bounces the first shot off the front of the rim, no good. Second one falls through, however. Ken Cool with 3 points in the ball game. And that's 50 for Norristown, maintaining a comfortable 19-point advantage, 50-31. Brad Gasson in the backcourt with him. Number 12, John Shine. Jump ball as Sillo has the ball ripped from his hands. The indicator shows Upper Merion possession. Sillo with a baseline shot, won't go, short. Rebound by Gasson. Basket's good, and a foul against number 32, Desmond Savior, an unnecessary foul. And Gasson now with 6 points in the game and a chance for 7 as he was pushed from behind by Desmond Savior. Gasson won't go, rebound by Fulmer. Cool pushes the ball up court. Fulmer looks, finds Jacobs. Jacobs with a jumper, won't go. Fulmer with a rebound. Nice play by Ken Fulmer. They fight for it, however, and it goes out of bounds off of Fulmer's leg. It'll be Upper Merion possession. 1 minute exactly to play in this ball game. Shot by Shine. Won't go. Good strong rebound by Desmond Savior. 50-33. Eagles with a 17-point lead. 36 seconds to go in the ball game. Cool from way outside. Short, won't go. Followed by Desmond Savior. Give him 2 points. John Shine gives to Gasson. Gasson from outside, won't go. They tap the rebound. It's taken by Rod Washington. Washington's shot is unsuccessful, but he's fouled on the play. I believe the foul called against number 32, Desmond Savior. Rod Washington misses another shot from the free throw line. And another. Rebound by number 15, Rich Matthews. He's immediately fouled as 3 Upper Merion players swarm over him. 13 seconds to play. 19-point lead for the Eagles. John Cresswell's team will improve their record to 4-1. Their next ball game will be against Abington, and then they go to the holiday tournament. The Triangle Club of Montgomery County sponsors that here at the Norristown High School Gymnasium. We hope you folks will come out for that ball game. It's always a fun 2 nights of basketball. Lightning pass. Ken Cool tips it, but it's out on Matt Brady of Upper Merion. That after Matthews missed the first end of his 1-and-1. 6 seconds, 5, 4. Matthews from way outside. Shot won't go. Time expires. And Norristown is victorious. The final score 52-33. The Eagles over the Vikings of Upper Merion. I'll be back in just a moment with a wrap-up of tonight's scoring. Score 52-33. Norristown High coast to a victory. The Eagles opened up a 19-4 advantage in the first quarter, and from there on in it was a Norristown breeze as the second quarter score 33-19 at the half. The Eagles opened up a little bit more, 42-23 after the third quarter, and they maintained that 19-point advantage through to the final score, which was 52-33. An impressive victory for the Norristown Eagles. Upper Merion obviously overmatched here this evening at the Norristown High School Gymnasium. A big factor is Ed Helensky leaving the ball game in the middle of the second quarter with a serious injury. He was taken off the court by the West Darton Ambulance Squad. From there on in, it was all Norristown. They really had no height, did Upper Merion, and Norristown's Theron Ellis was a dominant figure in the middle. And Norristown got a fine, balanced scoring attack tonight from their squad. Let me run down that scoring for you. Very impressive. Irv Smith, number 22, left early in the fourth quarter. He finished with 13 points to lead all scorers, followed by Ron Wells with 10 points in the backcourt. Stanley Brown also in the backcourt with 8 points. Theron Ellis at 5 with 5 points from his center position. Pat O'Brien knocked in 6 from the forward spot. As the replacements picked up the scoring, it was Darwin Smith with 2, Ken Fulmer with a point, Ken Cool with 3 points, Desmond Savior with 2, and Rich Matthews with 2 also. That's 52 for the Eagles. For the Vikings, Bob Clark led the way with 9 points from his guard position. Jim White and Dave Sillo had 4 apiece from the forward slot. Ed Helensky had 3 before he left in that second quarter. Rod Washington knocked in 1 with a free throw. Caro Spearman had 6, as did Brad Gasson. 33 points for Upper Merion. A disheartening loss for them. Tony Funston, their head coach, can't be pleased with tonight's performance, but I think he was a little bit outmatched by the Norristown quickness and speed. Norristown played aggressive defense, especially in that first half, to open up that huge 19-4 advantage after 1 quarter of play. Upper Merion was unable to respond after that. Norristown now proceeds to play Abington, which should be a fantastic ball game here at the Norristown High School Gymnasium. Then they go to the holiday tournament. The Triangle Club Montgomery County sponsors that here at the Norristown High School Gymnasium. The dates for that are December 27th and December 30th. 2 games each night. Norristown and Kenrick will be here, as will Wissahickon and Souderton. We hope you can join us for those basketball games as well. We'd like to thank Mr. Sam Galbraith for producing and directing our program tonight. Mr. John Collin, who served as our cameraman this evening. Of course, Mr. Tony Koya, Director of Communications, who was unable to be with us tonight. And the Norristown Area School District, who ultimately brings you this broadcast. Don't forget, stay tuned for great educational programming on the the Norristown High Cable Channel, and we'll bring you the rest of the boys basketball season, especially here from home in the Norristown High School Gymnasium as the season progresses. I'm Jeff Brandon, and thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time on Norristown High Cable.